Hey guys. So I'm gonna be cooking dinner while I do this broadcast because this is a perfect place to put you guys. Because I'm trying to be really good about this being on this diet. It's pretty rough, to be honest. So for those of you guys who are just tuning in and haven't watched my previous podcasts, I've been on a keto diet. Yay! And today is the first time that I've been feeling, the side effects of keto. Now I've only really done it for like a day. But like today I just have like such low amounts of energy. It's pretty fucking intense. Before I talk too much though, let me go and grab the recipe and make sure that I have it loaded up. And I will talk about why I'm doing keto in a bit. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh my god. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh my god. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god, where is it? No. Did I get it? Bitch. Oh my god. Bitch. 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 Oh my god. I think I just killed a fairy. Oh my god. This thing. Bitch. Ah, come on. First of all, I am so sorry. I walked into the other room, and there was, oh yeah, I can't be showing my titties on this rock. There's this gigantic fucking moth. And bitch, I hate bugs so much. I don't care. Like, yes, I do. I main Devora on Mortal Kombat, but I hate bugs so much. Oh my god. Um, oh my fucking god, do I hate bugs. Um, and so I walk in the other room and there's a gigantic fucking moth, and like, so it's been blowing. You know, let me talk and work at the same time because bitch, we're on a timeline. So the owners of this place, they really don't want to release the findings on the window. And the wind has been really fucking intense and blowing really, really fucking hard lately. And so the windows have been blowing open. And my window, where did I put that? Huh. Oh, did I just throw it over here? I sure fucking did. The window, so I had a window set up and my mirror was right in front of it. The wind was blowing so fucking hard that the window blew open, knocked over my mirror, and cracked it. Pretty fucking pissed off about that, to be honest. But because I have like this tie around my windows because the findings are such shit. And so, yeah, the tie around the windows, but it creaks open every once in a while. And so, sorry, let me multitask. It creeps open every once in a while. And I think a moth got in that way because, bitch, that was a huge ass moth. That moth needs to be paying some fucking rent if he wants to be up in this fucking house. Woo! Okay. All right. So, why am I doing keto? Because I did it before, but I didn't really commit to it. A lot of the reasons why I'm doing really any life changes you guys see me doing now, especially when it comes to my health, is largely because I've never done it before and because I want to give it an actual fucking attempt. You know, it's so easy to just say, oh, you know, I have this excuse and that excuse. It's so easy to just sit there and have that. I'm just being real with myself and saying that I've never made a conscious effort to watch my diet, really. And so because of that, I'm trying to give it a fucking attempt. When I was living with someone who wasn't as motivated to do any diet stuff or wasn't as motivated to, you know, not eat in a certain way, it was really hard. But now I live on my own. And part of it for me too is I'm following this recipe guideline, and I'm just trying to get in the habit of cooking and you know, that whole thing. So yeah, this recipe is simple as fuck. Oh, I didn't get any leaks. What the fuck is a leak? What is a leak? Or do I have leaks? I don't think I have leaks. I don't have leaks, do I? I don't have leaks. What is a leak? I just came from the fucking. I didn't see that. I just came from the fucking store. I feel like leeks are those like really yummy things you put. Oh no, I have it. I have that. I have that. Just say green onion. Yeah, so that's really what it is. Nothing more than that. I need 5 ounces of butter. 1 ounce is 2 tablespoons. And you know, it's not even like a okay, so I'll talk about this really briefly before I talk about what I was really here to talk about. I guess I'll turn you guys over this way since I'm gonna be over here. I don't see what you guys see right now, so hopefully you guys see me. Bitch, come on. Come on. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, let's move on. I'm so fucking splatterbrained. So anyway, today on keto, I definitely felt a lack of energy. Like it was pretty blatant. Like I 100% felt really like, I still feel like really fucking exhausted. And mind you, I'm about to go get ready. Like after this broadcast, I'm gonna shower, put some contacts in, I'm gonna get some gothy outfit on, and I'm gonna go out. So, because I told a lot of people I'm going out. But I felt like I was real fucking tired today. I was really tired. Maybe it's because I had not such a great sleep. I don't really know. Oh fuck! I already spilled. That's why I can't multitask. I already spilled something. Oh, but no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that shit like that. Not in this house. But everyone I've talked to, they're like, you're gonna feel like that at first, and then it's gonna get better, and then you're gonna feel all the energy come in, and you're just gonna be on top of the fucking moon. I'm really looking forward to getting to that point because, bitch, this whole exhausted thing, like, I don't really identify with that. So we'll have to fucking see. Anyway, let me see. So this would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this would be like 3 ounces. Okay, it's a lot of fucking butter. Keto is a lot of butter. Like, it's a lot of just cooking in butter. So I'm just gonna put like this whole fucking thing in there. We'll cut it up to make it easier though. So yeah, we'll see. Last time I did keto, I lost a lot of weight. But I never really got to that point. Like everyone that I've talked to has been like, yeah, you're gonna get to that point where you're gonna feel better and it's gonna be all better and your body will adjust to it. Because bitch, last time I did keto, it was the beginning of me attempting to work out. And I was just exhausted, and all I was doing was going on walks. That's all I was doing. And so, yeah, and it's also pretty in line with a lot of the advice that my trainer has given me. So, you know, we will fucking see how it goes. I will say I did cheat. Oh, of course, I put fucking butter all over myself. Let me stop. I will say that I did cheat today. I did eat a popsicle, but I do feel better after eating the popsicle. So I'm not gonna like tell myself not to do that because, bitch, my body's clearly dying right now. So let me have this. Let me have this. All right. So what I want to really talk to you guys about is like a realization I had about myself. So you guys know I went on like this really, really good date with this pansexual guy. And when I came out here to talk to you guys about it, I realized that like I couldn't really go back and watch that broadcast. Like I tried really hard to actually give you guys specifics about the date. And it wasn't like I didn't remember what happened, but I think it's really natural for me and a lot of people to remember the really negative things about dates and relationships and not like the positive stuff, you know? So, you know, for me, I was like, why is that? Why am I, because you guys know or should know by now, I'm a pretty introspective person. And a lot of this channel is about me being introspective and like trying to think about like why I feel the way I feel and, you know, kind of respond to a lot of my thoughts and feelings about about relationships and dating. And I've gotten a lot of closure recently with, you know, my ex-boyfriend, getting into a relationship. Like that was definitely a pretty big like awakening moment for me because, you know, I had sort of had a lot of unresolved issues, I guess, because I was so upset about that whole relationship not going the way I wanted it to, and just a lot of other shit. But I was able to kind of have some of the closure I wanted after seeing that he's in a new relationship, right? And now I remember when I was younger and single, and I would go on dates, right? And complaining about how men had treated me was like the main thing I would talk about. I would mainly talk about how terribly men had treated me. One sec. Fried chicken, butter over medium, each side depending on how thick the pieces are, seasoned generously with salt and pepper. Was I supposed to? I guess I was supposed to do that first. Let me turn this off then. And I just kind of realized, like, after sort of having that experience and then coming out of it now, that like maybe I'm back in that space that I was in before, where I'm just really enjoying complaining. And it's not that like I'm necessarily like a complainer per se, but I don't know. It's more interesting to talk about failures than it is to talk about success, I think, you know? And for me, I just realized that like I really didn't have much to say about that guy because the date was a good date, right? And we really got along and we were really attracted to each other, and it was like everything was lighting up, and like, you know, he was like the sort of person I was looking for, you know. How hot is it supposed to be? One sec, I'm trying to cook and it doesn't even give me how hot this is supposed to be. All right, I guess I'll just fucking wing it. I've never done this shit before, but I guess we'll just fucking go for it. So yeah, because I just had nothing to talk about, you know. And I started to ask myself, like, am I addicted to the drama? Is that what's happening, where I find these like unfulfilling relationships or like these upsetting relationships more interesting, you know? And it's funny because I think this is like a similar issue I had when I first started dating my ex. Because like so much of my YouTube stuff was me talking about these terrible dates I went on. And when I came to talk about like how happy I was, that just like wasn't as interesting. And so like, what is that? Because I don't like to think of myself as a person who complains. I don't like to think of myself as a person who is happier when they're unhappy. But is that how it is? Like, is there a part of me that is almost addicted to this cycle of like perpetually being disappointed by men? Because when I met one who I really, really like, not that there was nothing to write home about, but I found myself struggling to talk about him. You know what I mean? And so like, what is that? Like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know if I'm really making any sense, but this is a thing that like I've been thinking about all day, because I don't know. You have the thing where it's like you would like to think you're not a certain way, but maybe you are. You know? I don't know. And part of why I started thinking about this is like when he contacted me today, he was like, "Oh, I really want to see you again. Can we see each other, you know, before the end of the weekend?" And I just found myself like going down the list of like all the things I had to do and not being like as eager to see him as I thought I would be. Like, it was not that I wasn't, I don't know. It's not like I wasn't excited or wanting to see him, because I am, but it was like, oh, well, maybe we'll give it some time. And then I start to be like worried about, I don't know. I guess I started to think about, what relationship potential this guy had. And there's a lot of it there. There's a shitload of it there. And then that made me think about like, because listen, I'll be real, and I'm going to admit something that I'm kind of disappointed with myself about. I went on this date with this guy a little while back. He was another pansexual guy, actually. And we really got along in a lot of ways. And, there are a lot of things kink-wise that we were completely aligned with and all that stuff. And, like everything was for the most part good. I mean, I was sort of on the fence about how I felt about him, but I knew he was a good guy. And he did this thing where he texted me like 3 or 4 times, and I didn't respond. I read every text, but I didn't respond because maybe someone else was there and maybe someone else was around. Or maybe I just didn't want, to see him or whatever. And he was a really good guy. And it was like, I could tell that, like, I mean, I think maybe there were some ways where we weren't totally aligned, but I think in a lot of ways we were. And like, who knows, maybe if I pursued that, this could have gone in a completely different direction. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But then like I kept thinking to myself, like, why didn't I hit him up? Like, out of all the guys at the time, he was clearly like, I mean, maybe he wasn't 100% physically my type. He was someone who, and this is going to be sound a little bit shallow. He looked, the vibe he gave off in photos and the vibe he gave off in person is different. It was different. In his photos, he kind of seemed like a pretty aggressive, sort of masculine guy who seemed very tall. In person, he was kind of a quiet, shy, withdrawn guy. Still cute, but not really what I had imagined, really. And it's not like he wasn't attractive, and I was still attracted to him, and we were still into a lot of the same things, and there was a lot of chemistry there and stuff. But it was one of those things where I definitely felt like I was sort of leading the relationship, and I don't really like that. I don't really like feeling like I'm leading the relationship. I don't want to necessarily feel led, but I want it to be mutual. I think part of it was too, he didn't drink, which I'm totally okay with people who are sober, obviously. But bitch, I just got out of a 5-year relationship with a man who was allergic to alcohol. I want to go out and get some drinks. And as stupid as that sounds, I know that that was probably part of it for me, where I was like, it's great that you're sober, but like I am in like a party mood and I want to go and have some fun. So I don't know. And someone says, "Are you willing to give him another chance?" Yeah, I'm willing to give him another chance, but I ghosted on him. So it's almost like he would have to be willing to give me another chance, because I know that like this wasn't going through my head when it happened, but like, I was totally being not such a great person to him. I didn't mean it, but I did it, So yeah. But yeah, so I think another thing with this guy is All right, so to give you some background on the guy that I went on a date with. So he was, like I said, he was working at a bar, but he hates the bar, and he hates the bar for really valid reasons. It's a bar where a lot of people are very touchy-feely, very gropey, and he just really doesn't feel comfortable with that and really doesn't want to be around that environment anymore and is like really excited to leave, right? You know, and so currently he's staying with a friend. Currently he's staying with a friend, and he's you know, on their sort of like couch type situation. And he doesn't have a kitchen. He has like a culinary degree. And so he actually came over a couple days ago, and well, he didn't come over. He was here in the morning. We ended up like falling asleep and cuddling with each other, which was really nice. And he made dinner. He hasn't been able to have he hasn't been able to cook in a really long time. And so he was like really excited to have, you know, be in a kitchen and cook again and stuff like that. And when we talked today, he was like, oh, you know, I really want to see you again. I want to come over and I want to keep watching Lost in Space. You know, I want to cook dinner for you. And these are things that like I objectively understand are like things I want. I think there's nothing sexier than a man who can cook. I could literally watch footage of men making food and just like be turned on for fucking ever. Like, I think there's nothing sexier than a man making food. But like, I don't know. Not this is what's in his mind at all. I don't think it's in his mind at all. But I just kept thinking like, oh, like, because when he was there in the morning and like he was still there, as much as I liked him and really appreciated him being there, I was also like, wow, I really enjoy having my space and you're sort of here still. And it's not like I don't want him there. It's not like I don't want him there. It's like, I don't know. It was like that feeling of like, oh shit, like now I have to be considerate of like how someone else is navigating through this space, you know? And this was like a space that you know, I had oh no, what happened? Okay, the same skill as a chicken. Oh, that's gonna be so flavorful. That's gonna be so flavorful. Okay, this is gonna be easy. I don't know because like so my thing recently has been like, oh, maybe I want something closer to the standard relationship I'm used to, right? But like when I sort of have had the opportunity for that, I've like found it so, I wouldn't say that I found it unappealing. I would say that like I just realized how much I really enjoy being alone. And so I've been trying to like unpack what that is. Like, do I feel this way because there's a part of me that just really enjoys being in situations where that are completely unfulfilling, so I have something to complain about? I don't fucking know. Like, it was really making me think today because, again, I don't look at myself as like someone who likes to complain or someone who's really invested in bitching and moaning. But like, what are we doing when like you have this great guy, he's cute, he's funny, he's basically everything you wanted. You've been complaining about all these shitty guys. You've been sitting here and bitching and moaning for the past fucking 3 weeks. about all these men who treat you like shit, who aren't willing to respect you, who don't want anything to do with you, who don't know if they like you. And here you've got like this polyamorous guy who's cute, who's handsome, who's funny, who is willing to try new things, who's willing to go on adventures with you. And you're not like jumping at it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Like, that's what's been going on in my mind is like, huh. Because I feel there's part of me that is really like excited about it, but then there's other part of me that's like really resistant to it. You know? And it's not like a reflection on him at all. It's like, I don't know. It's like I've just been enjoying being in my like single grown woman. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want and not like answer to anyone's space. And not that he would ever be someone who I need to like answer to. He's definitely not. He definitely is not of that perspective by any fucking means. I mean, I wouldn't have gone on a date with him if he was. You know, but I think it's like when I have to sort of think about committing to some sort of like more significant thing, I'm like, oh, but do I really want that though? I don't know, y'all. Like, I'm real fucked up today because like he is so excited, and I'm really not used to men being excited about me. I mean, I am and I'm not. At the same time, like I'm used to men being excited about me until they get to fuck, and then like, you know, then not so much. But he's been such a fucking sweetheart, you know, and I don't know. In his like sort of fragile space of life, I'm like worried that he's going to try to move in. I'm really worried about that because I'm telling you right now, as much as I want some sort of more significant relationship, I'm really not ready for anyone to move in with me right now. I mean, currently he pays like $200 in rent where he is. And he's like not like my ex at all. Like he's totally willing to work hard. He's totally willing to put the time in and the energy in and the effort in. He's totally willing to do all of that stuff, you know? So I'm not going to act like he's a bum because he's not a bum, you know? But I guess I'm worried about him being one and how silly I would feel about welcoming that into my life again. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But then, like, am I coming up with that narrative in my head to give myself, like, an excuse not to see him in a more serious way? Like, I don't know, y'all. Like, bitch, I'm going through so much. Oh, no. Did I log out? Hopefully you guys can still see me. Can you guys still see me? Okay, you guys still see me. I don't know. I know that like I'll figure it out and that like a lot of the little confusion shit I'm going through right now is so like temporary or whatever, but you know, it's just different, you know? I went from definitely being in a space where like I wanted to have like this super serious long-term thing. I mean, bitch, me and you know, Beardy were talking about fucking marriage and shit. I mean, we weren't gonna do it anytime soon, but we knew that like if we were gonna get married, it was gonna be to each other, you know. I guess maybe there's times where I've been a little bit, so I feel like I've gotten a lot of my closure from seeing that my ex is in a new relationship, but there's also, if I'm being honest, there's definitely a big part of me that's kind of bitter about it. But only bitter about it in the fact that, you know, he's dating a cis woman who looks like me, you know, and on a certain level, it definitely it does definitely fucks with me. It definitely fucks with me. And it's almost hard for it not to. It's almost hard for it not to, because fuck, you know, throughout my relationship, my biggest fear was like, oh, he's going to leave me for a cis woman. He's going to leave me for a cis woman. But that's not what happened. I dumped him, you know, and he got into a relationship with a cis woman. And I know that if all goes well, you know, they're going to have some fucking kids. And because we still have mutual friends, I'm going to see, you know, pictures of those fucking kids. And I'm probably going to meet those kids. And I would like to think that like our relationship could get to a point where we're talking to each other, to where we can be cordial with each other, to where I wouldn't look at those kids in a certain way. But I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, the thing I keep thinking about with him in this new relationship is I really felt like I couldn't give him what he wanted. I couldn't give him the encouragement that you know he wanted. I mean, not what he wanted. Like for me, right? Being with my ex helped me understand a lot of stuff about myself. Like I learned so much about myself in terms of like what I deserve and what I should handle and what I shouldn't put up with, because I was in a relationship with someone and I thought that was impossible for me. And so I was able to get a degree of confidence from that relationship, you know, and I think that my ex left the relationship with less confidence. But like so much of my ex leaving the relationship without confidence is because he entered into it with none. And I couldn't help him. I could not help him. You know, my ex dealt with a lot of depression, a lot of bullshit, you know, and he was not really willing to be proactive and get help for himself, you know. I told him, you should go, if you're not going to get help, I don't know if we can do this. And because he saw the relationship on the line, he was like, well, if we're not going to be together, why do I need to get help? You know? And that was just a wholly unhealthy dynamic, you know? And, you know, much like I've said in other videos where I've gone off and talked about my ex again, like, I know that if I were to be back with him, I would be unhappy. I would be very, very unhappy. So I have to remind myself of that in the moments when, you know, I start to get all sad or upset about this shit, because if he is going and having kids with this other woman and he's happy, I would rather not keep him from that. Because I had a thing where I thought that Beardy would be an amazing father. I think he would just be the best dad. He would be the best fucking dad. And I wanted him to be the father of my kids. I wanted him to be that guy. And I know that, like, I already know who he is, because my ex is the kind of guy who, he's drawn to women who are doing more than him. He's very, very drawn to women who are doing more than him. My ex has very much a caregiving personality. He has very much a caregiver's personality. And so it's almost hard for him to see himself as like worthy of attention on him. Fuck, I mean, last time I did this keto diet, you know, it was all, I mean, he would cook it, I would eat it. And all he would say is, oh, I love cooking for other people. I love cooking for other people. You know, that's the joy of it. And it was like, great, you're cooking for other people, but like, you should eat some too. You know, his personality is just one of like a person who likes to take care of other people, and that's great. And so I know that like when they do have kids, like he's gonna be a great fucking dad. He's gonna be the best dad ever. And I'm trying not to let those thoughts hurt me too much. It's hard, but I'm trying not to let those thoughts like hurt me too much. But anyway, I like the guy that I just went on a date with. We'll see where it goes. He's going to Palm Springs this weekend, so it ended up kind of working out. We'll see each other next week, and I'll, assess how I feel about it. Because I can tell that like he's definitely like in a space where we could jump into a relationship, But I'm a little worried about that. I'm a little nervous about jumping right now. So we'll have to see. Anyway, I finished dinner. This is my fucking diet. I'm very proud of myself. Hopefully it tastes fucking good. All that butter. There's so much butter in this, y'all. There's so much butter in this. I'm gonna eat this really quickly. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna go and change. And then I'm gonna go out and probably make some fucking mistakes. So, funny side story. So, the bar I go to, there's a guy who's in a band with a lot of the other people who work at the bar. And he's a bartender at the bar that I'm going to tonight before I go to the event I'm going to. And every time I've been at the bar, me and him have been a little like cute and flirty or whatever. And so, I don't know. But see, like what I said right there. Like, am I more attracted to this like 7 degrees of separation thing? Like, am I excited by this weird like, oh, here's this guy who, is a friend of a friend of a friend, 5th removed, who is probably very unattainable, but let me like sort of put aside the possibility of going on like a date with a guy that I actually like, who I know likes me, because there's this other guy who I don't make sense, y'all. I don't make any fucking sense. I just wanted to come and like be real open about that because I'm just realizing so many things about myself, and it's a rough fucking journey. It's a rough fucking journey, let me fucking tell you. Anyway, this food smells good as fuck. I'm gonna go. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, let me read this one comment. Oh.